Hello everybody, welcome to JC Let's Play. My name is Jonathan Cook, and this is Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. With us today we have Kael Colacion, our level 32 Makote Paladin. That's right, we've unlocked the Paladin job and are on our way to 50. Let's have a hello from him. And slash hello doesn't work, so we're just going to have him wave at us. And there he is, happy to see us. Now, I haven't started the official Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV yet, but after creating one video, then having to take it down, then editing another video, and right before posting it, getting another piece of news that changed everything again, I decided just to scrap everything and start over. So at the end of my unboxing video, which went up last night, I explained that Square Enix released their materials usage agreement, which added a number of restrictions on what you could and couldn't use in videos, as well as what you could and couldn't do in them, or do with the videos. After about 12 hours, or about 12 hours after I posted that, SE did a 180. I'm going to read to you what the original guidelines for videos were and what the new guidelines for videos are, just to kind of give you an idea of why people have been very apprehensive and just why I haven't posted anything yet. So the original guidelines for videos were as follows. The video must not require a paid membership for viewing, which YouTube doesn't require a paid membership, not a problem. You may not monetize your video via the YouTube Partner Program or any similar programs on other video sharing sites. That includes Ustream, Twitch TV, anything like that. You may not split our videos, vocal, music, video, etc., and distribute components as separate assets. You may not combine or synchronize materials with third-party content, e.g. a mashup, but you may include the materials alongside third-party content, e.g. before or after in the same video, as long as you also have permission from the original copyright owner. Now with that, a lot of people were saying that includes things like commentary, or if you wanted to play your own music over the gameplay. Also, the video must not contain racist, sexist, homophobic, or generally offensive content of any kind. This includes graphic violence or sexually explicit content. So really, nothing straight out pertained to me. However, there were a number of things. For example, that you may not combine or synchronize materials with third-party content that had me holding off. Originally, we had been told that you just couldn't use cutscenes, and then we were told this, and then earlier today, or I guess yesterday, we got a new notice, an update to the guidelines, which states this license apply, or no, this is the copyright. I want the general guidelines. These guidelines apply to any and all use of the materials. You may not use the materials for any sales or commercial use, which is pretty common. Obviously, I'm not going to use somebody else's intellectual property to, advertise my own product. Meaning you cannot receive license fees or advertising revenue except as part of the partner programs operated by YouTube.com, Twitch.tv, Ustream.tv, or similar programs. If the operator of a partner program seeks to confirm our policy, please point them to this page, as we do not have the resources to respond to all requests. Second thing, if you use a trademark such as Final Fantasy or any related logo, then you must include a notice saying that the mark is owned by Square Enix, such as the following. Final Fantasy is a registered trademark of Square Enix Holding Company Limited. If you use any copyrighted materials, such as screenshots or gameplay video, then you must include the following notice. Final Fantasy XIV, copyright 2010-2013, Square Enix Company Limited, all rights reserved. You may not sell the materials to third parties as original content. You may not use the materials to promote other commercial products. You may not materially alter or modify materials, except you may add your own voiceover, or you may edit, combine, mash up, mix, and match materials with other Final Fantasy XIV materials. You may not alter, remove, conceal any trademark or copyright notices that may be included in the materials. You agree to not use any materials in conjunction with any of the following: unapproved Square Enix assets, counterfeit merchandise, pornography, unlicensed Square Enix music available for streaming or download, or links to unlicensed Square Enix music available for streaming or download. Yeah, those things are still all on the new stuff, and the old stuff are still on the materials usage license. However, the common understanding is that the new material was put up and the old just hasn't been taken down yet. So with that, like I said, I've decided to just create a new video. So here again, we have Kale Colaseon in his gear. We are in the in the Corthus zone, or Corthus. There is my character, and you can see the equipment that I'm wearing here, with my Soul of the Paladin, making me a Paladin in true. But this is the wintry zone, the zone of Corthus. We have a couple of other characters here. I'm just going to move to where I can get a better look out and about. We see an Ifrit Eggy there, and that looks like it might be a Scholar Fairy down there. It looks like somebody's doing a leave quest. But if I bring up the map, you can just see I haven't spent much time here. We actually just finished a Distant World Link Shell event, or Free Company event, recording for Sambo NZ's channel. And we came here just kind of afterwards to kind of hang out for a bit. I don't know if there's still any DW members hanging out. There are a number of WB members, looks like, but you do see Umbel Star down there, and so there are a couple still hanging out. Yes, there's somebody with the Magitech armor. I've got to make sure I show that off. Again, I do apologize if you hear my keystrokes in the video. I haven't got my O-rings yet for my keyboard, so yes, there we have Rune Satcher. That is the Magitech armor. I'm going to go into first-person view so we can get a real good look at it. That I mentioned in, or no, I didn't end up mentioning because I didn't post that video. I'm going to hide my UI for a second. That is the Magitech armor that you receive for completing the story mission completely. And my character is stuck. Where am I? Okay, there we go. I'm not used to working in first-person view, but I'm highly looking forward to that. Like I said, I'm 32. I'm a good part through the story mission. I currently have to do Brayflox's long stop. I just haven't gotten to finish it up yet. But we'll see another Hiyori Sunstorm from Distant World there. And looks like a couple of twins, Lord and Lady Yu-chan. That's cute. Again, just like my video from last night, if my voice sounds raw, as you can tell up here, it is 1:15 in the morning. I also had to teach my class today, as well as a number of other things, and so I am quite wiped. But I've got some time off from work on the holiday weekend. Oh, that was another DW member. Oh no, that was Umbel Star again. And so I will probably be putting in long hours. There goes a Gubu mount. Those, for those that are unfamiliar, and wow, and the Ahriman mount. I'll go over both of those very quick. The Gubu mount, for those of you that are unfamiliar with the game, was received by members in the 1.0 version. As of right now, and possibly ever, nobody can receive those. The Ahriman mount, the flying eyeball that we saw go past, is a reward for, I believe, 90 days paid subscription, which you might be thinking, out there goes the Gubu again, which you might be thinking, how can somebody have 90 days, and then we have our Coral mount, which I will show off here momentarily. How can somebody have 90 days when the game's only been active for like not even a week? The way it works, that was actually probably a Japanese player. If they bought 90 days worth of game cards in Japan, applying a game card is immediate. Whereas in the US, and possibly in Europe, I'm not sure, game cards are converted into Square Enix's digital currency Krista, and so it does not count until you are actually charged. There goes Jinx McNinja, a member of Distant World, a fantastic tank. I aspire to be like him, but right now I'm just going to go out, I'm going to kill a few things and talk to you guys a bit more. Here we have my Coral mount. That is from the Collector's Edition. We have Death Usher doing something, I'm not sure what. But we're going to go out, we're going to find something to kill. Really, this zone is a little higher for me than I should be doing. As you can see, level 36 mobs. This Gubu is level 35. And this will be really the first time I've used my Paladin job class today. The Paladin job is really more for group content. What do we got here? A Feral Croc, level 36. I think I'm going to steer clear of that. We're going to go down to where I know there's a couple lower level mobs. There we have an ice spirit, ice elemental. I just completely forgot what I was saying. Yes, that's my paladin job. I unlocked it, I believe, yesterday, and just never really started. What's this? Here we have a fate. This would be a fantastic thing for me to jump into. It's going to tell me that I'm below the recommended level, but so be it. Let's get in there and kill some things, shall we? And I'll try to use my mouse a little more than that to... And we have a couple Titan Eggies here. For those of you that are unfamiliar with what the Eggies are, those are used by the summoners of the game. And they're just small snippets of the power of the primals. Everyone here seems to have a Titan Eggie. Oh, there's a Ifrit Eggie over here. I've only seen a couple Garuda Eggies so far. Here we enter the first Dicasterial Observatorium of Aethereal and what was it? Astronomical events? Something like that? Or I forget. But, oh, and there we go. We can kill him now. Somebody pulled him so far out he reset. We weren't able to damage him. But yeah, this is a fate. A full active time event. Something like that. Basically, they're open world events that pop up randomly that grant experience and seals and money. When I say seals, those are Grand Company currency. Grand Companies are NPC organizations in the game that you can join. They give you benefits, they give you access to gear, missions. They are what allow you to have your chocobo and use it as a battle companion, which if I have some Gisselgreens on me, I will show you today. Not really a game plan today, just like I said, getting some footage up and showing you what the game looks like from the point of view of my gladiator, or paladin. I have to get used to saying that. And I don't have Sword Oath on. I should do that. It increases my auto attack damage, so it's not a huge thing, but in an instance like this, it can be beneficial. Any extra damage for the tank class who doesn't do a ton of damage is always beneficial. And that should be it for the fate. You see I received 7,600 experience, just 64 gil, and 184 seals. If I go into my currency, you can see I have about 6,700 of those. I should really go get promoted. Maybe that'll be the last thing I do today. But you can see from this symbol here above Cimarron's head, like I said, this zone is a little high level for me. But we've seen some combat now, so here we have a conjurer, I believe, on their unicorn mount. So I'm just going to kind of run around. Oh, I should introduce you to my baby bun. This is a pet that I received from a fate earlier. Speaking of collector's edition items, so we're going to bring in my baby behemoth real quick. There we go. And I'll put my UI away to show him off. So shiny, so new. Very cute considering what, you know, the full-grown version can do. It was actually kind of funny. A member of the Link Shell also has a character on the Hyperion server. And during the behemoth fate battle, which is a massive boss fate battle, they actually managed to crash the server. That fate, I believe, takes place in this zone. I'm not sure exactly where. I wonder what that is up there. But as you see, these blue markers are what fates are, signified fates. And but I think I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to teleport, spend a little bit of my gil to go back to the Limsa, show off one of the cities. We'll get that promotion, and that'll probably be just about it for this video. It's probably already gone a bit longer than I intended it to. But there we go. So here we are in front of the Aetheryte in Limsa. I'm just going to orient myself really quick. Limsa is, I shouldn't say it's my least favorite city, but it's my least favorite to navigate. Just because it's a little bit of a maze. Luckily, I don't have far to go. I'm just going to talk to this lift attendant and go up to the upper decks. I'm sorry. Go up to the Drowning Wench, which is the Adventurers Guild and Inn here in Limsa Lominsa. And alright, let's go through here. And I'm pretty sure, is that the right way? That's not the right way. I want to go this way. So that we can go to the Maelstrom's headquarters. I am a member of the Maelstrom. And till sea swallows all. I was torn between the Maelstrom and the Immortal Flames. The Immortal Flames being the old Grand Company. But ended up going with Maelstrom just because, for no particular reason, but just had a few things to do. So this is the Grand Company headquarters. Most of them are laid out very similar. If I go over to the Storm Master, we can kind of see the things that I can currently buy. As you can see, those seals that I mentioned are used as currency. So if I wanted, I could get the Storm Private's Gladius. I'm not going to do that because it's a level 22 sword. But the Storm Private Spatha is something I will probably look into, just because it is an upgrade from what I currently have. Currently, we have 3 rank sets available to us. We have the Private class, or I guess the entry level. You start off as a Storm Private 3rd class, promoted to 2nd class, 1st class, and finally Storm Corporal. Currently, I am a Storm Private 2nd class. From there, you can move into Storm Sergeant 3rd class, 2nd class, 1st class. Those are again from Storm Corporal. Then Chief Storm Sergeant, and from there, 2nd Storm Lieutenant, 1st Storm Lieutenant, and Storm Captain. We have 3 rank sets that have not been made available yet, but for each rank that you are, different gear is made available. For example, if I click over here in this area, you'll see that my weapons list changes, and we now have access to, say, a Leminson Short Sword, which is level 39 Gladiator weapon. Or I can scroll down a bit further, and we see a number of Marauder weapons. I'm only seeing the one Gladiator symbol. Apparently, there is only one Gladiator weapon. Oh, wait, there we go. The Leminson Baselard, level 42. And is there another one hiding that I missed? You guys are probably screaming at me, but I don't see it. Looking for that little crossed sword symbol. Have crossed axes, but not crossed swords. So be it, that's fine. But I can also go into armor, and you see that there's a number of armor items and material, which if I go into here, you'll see, oh, it's gone because I've already bought it. This is where you buy your Chocobo issuance to get your Chocobo mount, which was actually the video that I was originally going to post, was me getting the Chocobo, but that did not end up happening. But you can see there's a number of things here. For the early ranks, there's really not much. The higher ranks, you see here Leminson Half Barding, Leminson Barding, the Crested Barding, which that is my end goal. I just love the look of the Crested Barding. Sanction, which is a scroll containing glyphs, which when read aloud, invoke Sanction, a spell used by the Grand Companies to temporarily enhance the properties of company-issued armor. And a number of items there. Again, if I go into material, you see we have the Storm Hatchling, which is just a pet minion that you can have, which is a Chocobo chick with the Crested Barding headpiece on it. It's very cute, very adorable. But I am here to get a promotion, so I'm going to talk to my Storm Personnel Officer, and I am going to apply for a promotion. Which you might be thinking, John, how do you apply for a promotion? Well, I talk to him, and then he says, you need to give me 3,000 seals to get this promotion. What I will get is I'll become a Storm Private First Class and be able to carry a maximum of 20,000 seals, whereas currently I'm a Storm Private Second Class and I carry a maximum of 15,000 seals. It might sound like I'm bribing him for this promotion, however, I assure you I'm not. The seals are just used to show how much work I've done for the guild, or for the Grand Company. And so when I say confirm, we will get the Maelstrom symbol along with that. Sorry, it was very quiet. I have the music turned off just for safety's sake. But he says, in the name of the Admiral, I hereby appoint you to the rank of Storm Private First Class. May you ever serve the best interest of Limsa Lominsa till sea swallows all. Till sea swallows all is the motto or the battle cry of the Maelstrom. But if I talk to him again, I'm not going to be able to afford it, but I could apply for another promotion. I believe I need 4,000 seals, which I'm about 300 short, so that might be what I do yet this evening. Um, but you'll notice if I talk to the Storm Quartermaster, actually I'll show you this first. I can offer to undertake supply and provisioning missions, which if I do that, are ways for non-battle classes, for crafting classes, and for gathering classes. Ooh, Cinnabar. I have Cinnabar. I should go pick some up. I, I could have sworn I had Dusk Gabbies too. Maybe I'll show you guys the inn and get that. I don't have access to expert deliveries, and just kind of show you, but you can turn in items and things to that for seals and experience. The mission end, it tells you how long you have to get that done, and supply missions again. I don't think I'm gonna have to look through. I may have a bronze barbet as well, and turn those in. But if I talk to the Storm Quartermaster, you will see. What do I need to get that? Insufficient rank. Apparently I need to be a Storm Corporal for that. But you'll see a larger number of these have now been made available. So you know what? I'm going to show you the inn as well as my retainer, and we're going to grab a few things out of from my retainer. Retainers in this game are NPC characters that you have that hold gear. They're also used to sell items on the marketplace, on the market boards, which are the auction house of the game, to use more common MMO terminology. And to get to them, there's a number of ways you can do it, actually. No, I'd have to go back down to the lower decks to access the market, so I'm just going to go into my inn room, retire to my inn room. The inn is used for a number of things. I figure I'll just give you a number of tutorials on this episode. It's probably going to be longer than I intended it to be. Number one, you have the armoire, which is a storage option for you. If I wanted to store an item, I could do that. Specifically, equipment. There's the unending journey, which allows you to go through and rewatch cutscenes from the various things. You can see where I've got that. I haven't done any Gridanian or Ul'dan side quests, but I could watch any of the main story quests. If I right click on the comfy feather bed, you'll see I have the option to do nothing, log out, or exit game. And you'll also notice while I'm in this room, I have this little moon symbol underneath my experience bar down here. That signifies that I'm gathering rested experience. If you log out in an area where you have that moon symbol, you will continue to gather rested experience. Now, not just the inn room is for that. There are also places called sanctuaries, which, with the exception of being in a city, for example, if I go back to the Korthus map, and I'll go back, you see this see this symbol here? That is an aetheryte crystal. And any of the camps that have an aetheryte crystal in them are a sanctuary. Earlier in the video I looked, that's where we saw one of the DW members was by that large crystal. They are also sanctuaries. But I'm going to click my summoning bell, because that's what we're here for, and summon my retainer Kayla. And she is holding all of the items that I've stored currently. I do have a bronze barbet. Let's go through and see what else I have. Finger shrimp, ocean clouds. What else was I needing? I needed cinnabar, didn't I? Do I have cinnabar? I know I've got cinnabar somewhere. As you can see, I have a number of crafting items that I've given her. Rock salt, bronze ingot. I want to do some crafting later. So, come on. No, where? I know I had some. Oh, there it is. Cinnabar. I want to split. I only need 10 of them for this. Okay. And where did it go? Is it in my inventory? Did it hide it from me? Hello? Oh, I put it right there. Retrieve from retainer. So what was the other thing? Gobi. Something Gobi. It wasn't the Maelstrom Gobi. Looking through my fish. I do not appear to have what they want. That's unfortunate. But as you can see, I could entrust or withdraw items, entrust or withdraw gil. So if you want to make sure you weren't spending any gil that you didn't want to, you could entrust it to your retainer. And I could sell items from my inventory on the market through my retainer or from the retainer's inventory. And I haven't sold anything yet, but you can view your transaction history. Each retainer is tied to a city, and so I have one tied here in Limsa Lominsa and one tied in Ul'dah. But now that we have those items, I will go and we will turn them in and get some seals. Probably not what we need to actually, get the next rank, but it'll get us a little closer and you can see what that looks like. The thing for that, I think I'm going to change to another class, which allows me to show off gear sets, which you'll also see over here on my action bar. I have all my gear sets on as well. Let's change. Actually, I want to level up my fisher, so I'm going to click there. I'm now in my fishing gear. You see my fishing pole there. If I go over to the bridge, I should have access to water, I believe. And yes, I could cast my pole and draw in a fish, and we'll see what we get. We should get something, I hope. And it's fairly simple fishing. You'll see... Oh, no, I didn't get anything. Nothing bites. Bait you're using may not be suited to this location, so you put it away. But I'm going to go talk to the personnel officer again and turn in those two things. And you'll see that this character will get experience for that. So I have a bronze barbet, which I'm going to hand over and turn in. And you'll see we'll get 2,519 experience and 77 seals. I deliver that. And I didn't get... Wait, did the experience go? Maybe it goes directly to the class that you have. So for this, since it's a miner, I do not have my mining gear set up. I should do something about that. I believe it's very similar to this one, so I'm just going to add a gear set, which I do just by clicking Create New Gear Set, and I'm going to rename it to just say Miner. And you can see, for example, on this Ring of Freedom, the bar next to it is lower. That is because it is damaged. I should repair that at some point. But let's talk to him again. Again, I'm on my miner. You see level 15. Undertake supply and provisioning missions. Go to provisioning. And we're going to give him the Cinnabar, which will give us 4,404 experience and 115 seals. Yes, and there you saw that gave this class experience, leveling us up. We gained the Stone Whisperer 2 trait. And so it is, the experience is given directly to the class that it corresponds to. So, we got a level on our miner out of that, which is very nice. But we'll switch back to our paladin now. And we'll put my miner on my bar. But that's going to be pretty much it for this episode. If you want to call it an episode, we have a number of people warping out around us. Oh, there we have the Gobu Spriteling. That is gotten. You received that from the story quest. I haven't received it yet, but we are getting. Or I'm sure words. I'm sure we'll get there soon. But in the meantime, this is JC Let's Play. My name is Jonathan Cook. We'll say goodbye from Kale here. And in the meantime, you all take care and peace out.